In this week's video, I've got so much that I want to show you guys. I'm going to be filling in the wildflower garden bed with compost and then sowing the bee balm. I got a really exciting herb plant from a garden centre last week, so I want to be putting that into a nice pot and getting that on its way to growing. I finally want to get my compost bin on the go as well. And then the most exciting thing, I think, is I'm going to be setting up a no-dig bed and getting some potatoes on the go very, very soon. Hello there, thanks so much for tuning in. So I'm Tim, here at My Carbon Coach. Welcome to the channel if you're new here, and if you're not, then welcome back. So as I just said in the introduction, got an awful lot of activity going on up here today. So it's going to be quite scattered in what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get as much done as possible. March is the season to be really cracking on with getting things in. We've got a break in the weather, thankfully, at the moment. I don't know how long it will last, but hopefully for a while. Whilst we're talking about weather and just general British chit-chat, hopefully you guys are safe from coronavirus, COVID-19. Managing to, avoid that and, stay safe, stay healthy. So I don't know if you can see just behind me, I've got a massive stack of compost. Morrison's had a crazy good deal, 5 bags for £10. But I got 10 bags because why not? So I'm going to be using a little bit of it in my wildflower bed, and we're going to be filling that in so it meets the top of the path edging, and then I'm finally going to be sowing my seeds, which is really exciting. First thing that I want to try and grow today in this lovely pot, which I've just put some holes into, is going to be some pansies. So I picked up a packet of pansy seeds. I've read the back, so they need to be kept indoors really at the time being. So this will just be a nice little decoration for inside the shed at the moment. I believe that you're meant to do it in propagator trays, but needs must. So I'm going to have a go and see what this is like. Pansies are already up in the garden centres, so I thought why not give it a go. It's an experiment at the very least. And I've got myself some potting compost from Wilco's, and let's read what the back of the packet says. So sow indoors, sow thinly in trays of seed compost. This is potting compost, so might not be so great, but we can but try and learn from mistakes. So basically just going to grab handfuls of this, so we'll just keep on crumbling this in. We'll just give it a go and experiment, and worst comes to worst, it's a failed experiment and I try again. That's the beauty of this. So that's getting relatively full, so here we go. Lovely, so that's that, and give that a bit of a shake, get them all down to the bottom end. So I'm not sure how many I'm meant to sow, probably a few more than that I think actually, and then they can fight for survival, I guess. So just sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Hopefully some of them will do something or other. And then it said cover with a fine layer of compost on top, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's just top that cute little pot up. There you go, just kind of gently give it a pat just to settle it down. And then is there anything else that we need to do? Watering, I guess. So I've got a few seeds left in there. I believe that if I just fold them over, I can pop them safely back into here so I know exactly what they are and save those for a later date. Job 1 done. So the next thing that I want to try getting potted up is, like I mentioned in the intro, a herb, and I found this lovely beauty at a garden centre, and it's a mint, and it is actually a chocolate mint. It smells absolutely amazing. It smells kind of like an after 8 mint, if that is even possible. Who knew? So I'm super excited to get this going. Mint, as you might know, grows like crazy. It spreads and spreads. So this bad boy, it's called Monty the Mint, by the way. I name everything. We've got Derek the Drone, Monty the Mint. Anyway, so this is going to be potted into a cute little pot that I got from the garden centre as well, whilst I was grabbing all of this business today. So I've got my pots, just need to snip the tag off, and I've got my trusty bag of potting compost still, and I've been down to the water and filled up my little spritzer bottle. So we're going to get this in the pot, and yeah, hopefully this will then flourish. I believe I can just keep this outside, keep moist until established. I don't think we'll have any trouble with that around here, will we? Again, I'm just making this stuff up. I don't honestly know what I'm doing, but you know, trial and error is the best way, I find, of getting things done. So, pot, and I believe I've got my secateurs up here. So let's snip this off, if I can remember how to unlock them. There we go, they're pretty funky. These are the ones that my wife bought me for Valentine's. There we go, that's snipped through, make sure that they're nice and safe. So, we've got our pot, we've got our potting compost, so let's just start scooping that into here. Just love just getting it all over myself, to be honest. These jeans are completely covered in paint from doing the pathway anyway, so I'm not too precious about them. These are now my allotment jeans. So just gonna fill it up to about that height, because I reckon that's about the height of the plant. Then I'm going to put this in the middle, and we are going to then fill in around the sides and then give it a really good water. So, turning a plant out, something that I haven't done before. So, try and be as gentle as I can with Monty. See if I can give him a tap. And a little bit of a press down. Oh, the smell is absolutely, there he comes. There we go. So we've got a lovely amount of roots on there. It's looking really good. I'm not sure if you're meant to sort of break it up a little bit. I don't particularly want to disturb the roots just in case it does any damage. But I seem to remember watching Gardener's World when I was younger, and that was a thing to do with breaking up roots. So good height, that looks awesome, because it'll settle as well presumably. So yeah, and then start filling in around each of the sides just to bring that level up. I absolutely love this. This is exactly why I got the allotment, getting my hands dirty, getting stuck in, and discovering exciting plants like this. Who'd have thought that you could get a mint plant that smelled like chocolate? I was watching another channel called Lavender Leeks, hosted by the lovely Katie, and she has a mint that smells like strawberry. So I would love to get my hands on one of those as well at some point, and have a whole little variety of mint plants in pots, sort of along the garden path and around the shed. I think that would be wonderful. Speaking of Katie, Lavender and Leeks, her and her father, Dave, or David, have just started a podcast, and I've always listened to podcasts, but never about gardening, so I gave it a listen. It was their very first one. I think it's called The Purple Potting Shed, because Katie has a lovely purple potting shed, and yeah, it was a really nice listen, so I'll put a link to that down in the description. I listen to it on Spotify because I've got a Spotify account and I don't have an iPhone, so I don't really have the Apple Podcast app, but yeah, it was really good, kind of like an introductory 20 minutes, so it was ideal for my walk to work. And there we go. So I think that I've done that right. So we have got Monty potted in. I've made sure that I haven't buried any of his stalks or leaves, so hopefully that will just spread out and create a really nice, beautiful mint plant to enjoy. So chocolate mint, not 100% sure what that might go into. A chocolate torte perhaps, have a nice minty chocolate torte, perhaps add it into some homemade ice cream. Not too sure about cocktails, maybe something like coffee or Kahlua base, but yeah, it'd be fun experimenting with that. Okay, so on to the next thing. I've got a big bag of potatoes here, which I'm going to get sorted out. very shortly. But in the meantime, I just wanted to take a second to mention this book. We should start a little book corner, to be honest, the amount of books that I mentioned. I've still got the Pocket Bible just up there on my shelf. But this was recommended to me by one of my friends and ladies who comes along to my litter picks, Pam, and she suggested that I pick up this Allotment month by month. I picked it up and it has been fantastic flicking through this so far. So it literally does go through month by month exactly what sort of things you should be looking out for. So there'll be a link to that down in the description if you want to check it out. It'll be an Amazon affiliate link. Definitely enjoyed picking that up and flicking through it so far, so I think that's going to be invaluable on my journey through the year and many years to come probably. So there's that. So onto the potatoes. So whilst I was at home base, B&Q actually, I picked up a pack of sweet potatoes, and these are Charlottes. So we are going to get these open. We're going to get them chitting, and I've got myself some little egg box thingy-majigs. So going to get those stood up in here. Yeah, when they're about long enough, then I'll be able to put them out there into my no-dig bed, which is going to be super exciting. And that's what we're going to do next after this. Cool, so on the bench, if we just get all of these egg cartons separated out. Blimey, that one doesn't want to play ball. Oh, going wrong already. Okay, so some of them have already started chitting, so I presume that I just stand them up like that. Those cute little brown eggs. That one's going off to the side, so I don't know how good that one will be. That one's a bit of a whopper already. They feel really, really soft. I don't know if they're meant to be soft. That one looks good. Oh, that one's really started going. So yeah, I'm going to have to read up on this. That one has started going through the netting of the bag, so I don't know if that would have done any damage. That one's got quite a few chits, shoots, things coming out of it, and one on the sides there as well. That one looks slightly mouldy as well, so I'm not too sure about that. I'm going to put the dodgy ones in this middle tray here to self-isolate them. That one looks pretty good. I like the look of that one. Not particularly exciting, presumably, watching a man talk about which potatoes he likes the look of and which ones he doesn't. But there we go. That is the Allotment Life. That's a little diddy one. That one can go in there. We're just going to do the whole bag to make sure they don't fall off the back there. And whoa, that one's a whopper. Look at that one. So just finish off the last few here. Oh, little baby one. That one's quite cute. There we go. So we can get that bag out of the way for safe storage. So that is all of my Charlotte potatoes, and they are now there. Going to give them a little spritz, as they said. Zhuzh them up a bit, and then yeah, get those planted out. So let's just give those a spray over, and that's another job crossed off the list for today. So there we go, that was progress for today, and it was a fantastic day, got lots done. Sadly didn't get around to potting up the little seed herbs, herb seeds, say it the right way around, but never mind, got a lot of other good stuff done. Got that no-dig bed put in, ready for the potatoes to finish chitting, so that's really exciting, and got the compost bin done, and a few other bits of pottering around. So it's been a really good day, I feel. I'm completely shattered, so I'm going to be going home. So before I go, better reel off the usual YouTube business, hitting the subscribe button, ringing the bell notification icon so you get told when new videos like this get released, thumbs up, dropping comments down below, all of that good stuff. And don't forget to check out the description, it's got all the links to my social media, things like that, if you want to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, etc. So with that being said, take care of yourselves, take care of your plots, and have an absolutely awesome week. See you all soon. Bye.